Hey, Laura J, listening to Alan of Salisbury's presentation and was listening to him say about how with black magic it has to be foretold what will happen in order for it not to come out of nowhere and therefore remain honorable. So, auxiliary verbiage is actually what is used within Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp's House of Being, also referred to as La Maison d'Être, where we become debtors. We become debtors because we fall into La Maison d'Être. And at the peak, we have the principal position. But if we don't hold that position because the Vatican claimed it through the Unum Sanctum and the other papal bulls that made the Vatican and the office holder of Pope and Pontifex Maximus the official holder title of that first person office, because they are the office eyes, the personal eyes of the office, official eyes. So if we're not holding that position because it's already been claimed, then we have one of two positions to go down to on this roof, which would be either to the trustee side, which is the legal professional, the proxy, who is able to speak for the one who is then a legal person, statutory person, substitute person, exchequer, executor, the one who pays the tab. The passenger pays for the trip so that the crew and captain can do the job, right? Well, the job was to rob us blind, which was exactly what Alan of Salisbury was speaking to, when then I decided to actually mention auxiliary verbiage, which is the être verb itself. And auxiliary verbiage basically use être verbs instead of avoir verbs, which is the difference between having something versus being something. And so this is the I am principle, which is an incomplete sentence as is. I am what is the addition that leads to specification, which is ownership and possession. By the way that the pressure in my head and the ringing in, or the echo in the left side of my head is happening right now, I sense the significance of this message to you, and I would love to know what this message means to you and for you, and also who you know that is going as deep down these paths as what I have, because I didn't know that the Commonwealth Day that happened on Monday this week was actually Empire Day before that. Didn't have any idea until I investigated it. And do you know why that's significant? Because it was the Roman Empire that had been fractioned and subdivided into quarters for the east, north, west, and south, for the news, northeast, southwest, northeast, west, south, news in all directions. The broadcast that casts the net broadly in all four directions of the realm that is claimed, because it is a mapped territory, which means it is claimable because the keeper, the creator of the map, is the one who coins the territory and can then profit off of the coins generated by the property, on the property. All of these pieces stem from this concept of I am that I am. Well, it's a misnomer to believe that we are that. What is that? Unless I'm pointing to it, that is not actually what we think we're talking about in the spiritual movement when we use such a phrase. And others use it, and we know that they have drank the Kool-Aid too. I'm just kidding. It is Kool-Aid. There is a coolness to the aid that is given by that medicine, because the I am that I am implies that we are able to become that, or identify as that, which requires the abandonment of all of this. And that's a sacrifice. But sacrifice was what was always used within the Roman and Greek times too, right? So actually that's on point, as so much of this is. I'd love to know what you think is most. So leave a comment down below. Let me know. And in the meantime, I've gotta go.